all. As 2020 draws to a close, it's time to look back on what costumes and crafty things I accomplished, how I did on my 2020 cosplay goals, and of course set new goals for 2021. My 2020 cosplay goals, first category was for costumes to finish up or make. The first one was my fantôme historique. Got that done! Originally, I had planned on making it for Halloween 2019, but I didn't get it finished. Got it done this year though. Next was 15th century Gryffindor. So much fun, so much learning to be able to make this costume. Lovely design by Gal Blanchette for Costume Conference, which got cancelled right as we arrived. But I still got some fabulous pictures, both of the fantôme historique and of the 15th century Gryffindor in Montreal, so that was good. I also had a 1920s Sailor Moon on the list. That one didn't get done. But I think we'll put it on the list for next year. Photo shoots I wanted to do. The first was Morticia Addams. I found the most amazing black dress at a thrift store. But no, I did not get pictures of this. I was very busy at Halloween this year. Delightfully busy, but too busy to get that done. The other photo shoot I wanted to do was to cosplay with my bearded dragon, Atreyu. I was originally thinking of Ms. Frizzle and have Atreyu be Liz. Instead, we did Sophie and Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. My next category for goals are improvements to existing cosplays or making progress on a costume that I know is going to take me a long time to make. The first one was to do some of the beading on the Agatha Christie dress from Doctor Who. Didn't happen. I also wanted to make progress on a crocheted Princess Serenity. Third item in this category, to get some work done on my World War I St. John Ambulance VAD uniform. Not a lot of progress in terms of actual constructing, but I did get a fair bit of research done, including going to the Canadian Great War Museum in Montreal. Fabulous experience. Had a private tour from a volunteer. Okay, they didn't have a St. John Ambulance VAD uniform, but they had a Red Cross one. And they let me look at the inside of the uniform. They showed me that so I could take pictures of how this thing was constructed. It was amazing. Next category on my list for my cosplay goals were costumes I might do. These included Kim Possible. Didn't happen. River Song from Doctor Who. Didn't happen. Nightfall from Final Space. I think with this category, because there were no cons to go to motivate me to make these, it didn't happen. New costumes for this year, of course, I did my fantôme historique, 15th century Gryffindor. I also did Wendy Corduroy from Gravity Falls, her Weirdmageddon outfit. Also from Gravity Falls, Bill Cipher. That was a fun one. It's nice being a villain sometimes. I did Sophie Hatter from Howl's Moving Castle. Really happy with how my Viking apron dress turned out. And for Historic Halloween, I did Little Bo Peep. Other fun things that I created this year, I did make a 1920s gown, lace cuffs, cute little witchy hat. The jack-o'-lantern dress, the dress itself, okay, it was simple and cute, but the fascinator, I really liked that. Atreyu's costumes were adorable. Fun fall frock, really liked that. Comfortable, vintage, learned how to make buttonholes, crocheted striped top, snoods for my hair, my crocheted beret, and of course this channel, which has been fantastic in terms of succeeding at the goal I created, which was to push myself to be more creative and try new things. Things I've learned: shearing, buttonholes, and I didn't show you, but I did also learn how to make pin tucks for my 2021 cosplay and crafting goals. Costumes I want to make. I'm going to start out with the 1920s Sailor Moon. At some point, I would like to do that. One of the mock-ups that I was working on for the 15th century Gryffindor, I hadn't finished yet because I knew it was close enough that I could make the costume. I'd like to finish that. Just be a really nice kirtle gown to have and not care about as much. It was a tablecloth, I think. Looks very regal. The two biggest things that I want to work on: the VAD uniform. And not just researching, I think I've done a fair bit of that. There's only one more thing I really want to do, and that is to go to the Canadian War Museum to see their excellent St. John Ambulance VAD uniforms, especially to figure out what color gray it needs to be. Second thing, I want to do my own version of Alice in Wonderland. Kind of a before and after. So before, have a nice, simple, historical-ish dress or skirt and top. And then the after part, I'm calling it Trophies of Wonderland, where she has little mementos of her adventures in Wonderland. And I'll do a separate little video explaining about my ideas for this, some of the steampunk aesthetic that I want to put into it. So if you do not see videos of me doing components of those two costumes, make sure you let me know. It's like, Carrie, you should be working on this. And of course, I want to make Atreyu more costumes as well, because he's adorable. Photo shoots that I'd like to do. Most of my costumes, I finally have nice pictures of them. So I think the only thing that I'll add in here is Morticia Addams. I have the dress, I have the wig. Let's make this happen. Improvements to existing costumes, or ones that I know are going to take a long time. We're just going to go with the two that were on there before. The beading for the Agatha Christie dress, and trying to crochet Princess Serenity from Sailor Moon. Cosplays that I might do: River Song from Doctor Who. I think I have most of the stuff now. It's just a matter of putting them together, adapting things, creating a couple of accessories, and that should be it. Everybody else has done one. I think it might be time for me to tackle the American Duchess cape. Big thing was I wasn't sure what material to use. I do have a fair bit of cotton left over from the 15th century Gryffindor, but it's a very heavy cotton and loosely woven. And I'm not sure that's the right kind of material for that cape. I also want to make a Professor McGonagall hat. At some point I want to do a full Professor McGonagall cosplay, but for this year I think just starting with the hat. Things I want to learn. I want to learn how to use all of the feet for my sewing machine. I learned how to use the buttonhole foot. This year especially, I want to learn how to use the zipper foot, because so far I've just been sewing them in by hand. And not really learn, but I want to get more comfortable sewing corsets. I'm going to need corsets for both the VAD uniform and Alice in Wonderland. Those are my 2021 cosplay goals. All plans are subject to change based upon funds, my work schedule, my whims, and of course if we're in a lockdown again. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everyone. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, click that subscribe button. Until next time, have fun and be creative. No touchy touchy.
That's not
no
something
touchy touchy.
Don't forget to delete this conversation too. You can keep that last little bit in there. And don't forget to delete this conversation.
I'll put it in the outtakes. Now on to my 2021 cosplay and crafting goals. Let's try that again. So before, have a nice, simple, historical-ish dress or skirt. I do have a fair bit of cotton left over from the 13th. Why do I keep saying 13th? It's a 15th century. Yeah. I do have a fair bit of cotton left over from the 15th century Gryffindor, but it's very heavy cotton and loosely woven. Thank you, clock. Totally lost where I was. One more time. Oh, let's do that again.